Is it heavy?
It's fairly.
It's kind of solid. Oh, yours has got a bigger display. Yeah.
Yeah, but mine weighs nothing. It feels like it's 40.
Nothing wrong with
Have you
that.
even used it?
No. Once, twice maybe.
We'll buy oscilloscopes and really take them out of the box.
This is coming from the guy who, I've seen your roof. Everything come out of the box, he just never does anything with it.
I don't have an oscilloscope.
Whose fault's that?
He's not paying me enough.
It's only a 30
Yeah.
megahertz. I don't know if it's software updated, but Tenema doesn't support it anymore, so.
Yeah. Compare the difference in weight.
I'm trying to think back, the first oscilloscope I had was glass cathode ray
Mhm.
in 1971. And I traded it for something.
It's got some beef to it.
Yeah. It also has a fan that never shuts off, which is annoying.
The BNC on the backboard.
Trigger out,
That's the trigger.
and you can also program it to identify a waveform within these parameters, and that goes positive if it is. So you can use it for doing automated testing of stuff. That one probably does too.
Well, I apparently it's controllable over Ethernet though,
So is this,
which
or
is
USB.
funky.
Mhm. Yeah, I suspect they've got similar boards in them. They just put a chunk of lead in that one.
Yeah, probably. Does this one click a lot when you?
Yeah,
I turned it on, yesterday, a couple of days ago, when I was getting it ready. And I'm like, I don't remember it clicking so much. Click, slunk.
All a lot smaller than any of the ones I've been.
another little toy.
Little Mark Pico.
Slunk.
Got a paper folder.
Huh? No, it's a Pico.
No, it's a real Raspberry Pi.
Well, no, I'm
Mega
just saying,
size.
it looks like it was all just etching on it.
Make it look-
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so yeah. That's what.
Was put it right on the board.
On the south of it.
Yeah.
That's it for the barn.
No, this one's yours.
On.
Right?
Yeah, I'll be happy to take this one home.
What's that trying to create? Like, it doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right.
There's your power button.
It's on top. On the very tippy top.
Okay.
There it goes.
So the first scope that I paid cash for was a $10. And it was a real oscilloscope with the CRT and everything. And I think it was 20 megahertz. And it was about $300.
Yeah.
2-channel, pure analog.
Clicking all the relays. Yeah. I honestly thought that one was a 20 megahertz, but when I looked at it, it's a 30, and I'm like, okay, that's 10 better. 50%. 50% better.
The scope that I used first was one of my dad's. It was a 5 megahertz Tektronix on the cart. That oscope was this long on that thing.
That was probably the same oscope I used at A school.
Yeah.
Huge scopes that probably weigh 9 trillion pounds on a cart. We had to special request it to get it on board the submarine. That's
Well, no, got it until I always was in one of those boxes that like that, so we got that, kind of little. 2 or 4 inch round screen LED. It looked like one of those ones. I mean, I'm sure they were commercially made. I have no idea how many back, but
Mine is.
You know, the like homemade shop kind of look at the with the floating on the box.
Guess that's how we know it.
Well, he can't.
If
Yeah,
a
well,
signal
it wasn't-
was out of range,
It's
it
like these
disconnects the
commercials
probe.
made. You know, like an old.
Had that
60s. Yeah, well, like the wood was laminated.
Mine is a
Or
little
whatever
bit
that
bigger, but
company
it's
was,
a
the
lot
wood
less
back,
features.
you
I
know.
mean,
I have no idea.
I think
how
it's
old
only
it is.
2-channel.
All I know is if I tuned all the stuff out and the thing made a circle. And it was in the 56 hertz. Or 56 hertz, 56 kilohertz, and it made a ring, there was a problem because the stuff was harmonically died.
Calibrate the probe.
And those engine blades were not going to be shipped to GE. And when I found one like that, they had a meltdown.
That scope started off at Micro Center for, I think, close to $400. And I kept watching it and kept watching it because it was on clearance. And it was $400 on clearance, which was retail price, not clearance
Right.
price.
It's like a typical microphone.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Well-
kept watching it and kept watching it. I'm like, sooner or later it's going to get down to a price that I'm going to go and buy it.
Either you're gonna buy it or somebody else will buy it.
Got down, it's got like 6 or 7 different stickers on it, but it finally got down to $99 and I went, I better put it on those. That's a good deal for a $400 stove.
Yeah,
You read Chinese, you probably buy it cheaper.
Do I?
I said if you could read Chinese, you probably ordered one from AliExpress for cheaper
Probably. You know,
than the
When-
Chinese though.
when I bought that, AliExpress, not really,
Cheap anymore.
well, it wasn't really a thing.
Oh.
It was just starting. Nobody really knew what it was. So,
how long have you had?
Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
AliExpress been around about 15 years.
a long time. It's been in the box. For,
It doesn't like the box. Says, let me in.
I would say that I probably have had it 10 years.
Yeah. So this one by default tells you voltage and frequency, and you can turn on duty cycle and ripple. And I mean, there are so many things it measures automatically. It has, I mean, you can connect it 2 probes to a USB and it tells you what data it went through.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it works with SPI. It's impressive. I don't know what it cost because my son bought it and then he bought a better one when this one wasn't fast enough for something he was doing. Okay. But honestly, what I use it for the most is just a voltmeter. I leave it plugged in and
You didn't bring it last
I
time?
didn't bring it last time because it's a pain in the butt to unclip.
Oh,
One of my first 3D prints was a thing to hold this thing down. It clips, the front feet are dovetails. And I have it bolted to a bench because I don't want to drop. But it's pretty darn tough and I don't think it would hurt it much.
you could have really showed up.
Yeah,
Ray, and like, this is my multimeter.
I don't think so. Because he had a few that you know, scope stuff.
He had a couple of portable O-scopes
Yeah.
that were multi-moving.
This little port here is labeled P/FT. Now, I'm not familiar with that. What is that?
EFT.
P/FT.
For the DD9 that's not there?
Well, there's a, no, not that one, well, this little
Oh.
dome, but
No,
I don't know, I've got. the
that's a
book.
little antenna port.
I got the book.
well, it.
And look,
I don't
it's
think I've
never
ever
been-
seen anything like it before, so.
it's never been out of it.
So
I did-
probe frequency something, frequency test?
I did find newer
Antenna frequency,
software.
plug the antenna into it, see what it,
Or pass fail test,
As for those.
you know.
Let's see what it says.
because that's what this thing's other,
Number 4. It's a trigger out pass fail
yeah, okay, so it
on
does,
a tiny connector.
yeah, very tiny.
On a tiny.
So I got a little computer or antenna, somebody doing it towards 600, plugging or something like that.
No, how would you use it and what does it do?
Well,
He's never used it.
You probe, you tell it what frequency, voltage, and an envelope around the waveform that you want. And then when you test, if it's within that envelope, the fail, pass fail output goes up. You can use it for verifying equipment.
I mean, what would you come in?
apparently that is a VGA port,
Oh, nice.
Which one? Sorry.
The- the one that's not there.
Oh,
The one that I didn't pay money for.
the $500 model.
Yeah. A thing that's handy with mine is this little print button. If you've got it set up to do CVS or CSV, whatever, sorry. You push that and it prints a file, the CSV of what's on the screen.
Yeah, see, I think mine does something like that, but it saves it to the USB drive,
It,
to the flash drive.
it's programmable. You can tell it to do it to an FTP server over the network.
Okay,
I- I'm assuming yours is basically the same firmware as mine.
it's
It
it's
is
gotta be
amazing.
very similar.
It was amazing what all of it. In fact, you can set up that pass fail thing, so as you're measuring things, it sends the pass fail out with a timestamp. And you can even correlate it to a serial number. If you've got the
okay.
thing, if the thing that you're testing generates a serial number that it can read, you can put that in there as well.
That's what kind of confused me about this one a little bit, was it was when I plugged it in first without the software, it just showed up as a flash drive, and I'm
Mhm.
like, so all it does is save? That can't be right. It's got dozens of things it can do.
I suspect yours can read USB streams as well and serial and let's be on that.
Yeah,
Those USB on and the right side out USB.
You can hook it up to a printer or a flash drive. It won't talk to a spinning
hard drive.
USB drive though, for
Yeah.
some reason. And I've got some that are really, really old. But it just ignores them. If it's over 32 gigs, I think, it won't.
Not look at off from it's fine.
It's size based. If it's over, if it's more than 32, I know it'll see an 8 and a 16. I don't think it'll read a 32. And it doesn't seem to care what sort of file system is on. It talks to ext3. I know that.
Once I on my car, I have a slow formatting. For the privacy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You did retry that.
That
Get
button,
that out of a fluke.
you hit copy and it saves the file
Files work.
Mhm.
to the drives.
I've tried about 5 or 6
Basically.
different challenges to get a USB stick to read my car, and I thought it was weird because I didn't notice that everything. Finally, I just pull the sucker out and put it in the computer with a slow format and then plug it back in, but whoop, there's not tough. I was like, geez, Jesus.
My car stereo will, it absolutely refuses to read SD cards unless they're formatted like FAT16.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I'm just getting SD cards, FAT16.
Well, that's, you know,
But it'll
So
read
you put
USB drives, no problem.
NTFS and just go boom and, you know, fast format, and he's like, it won't read that. And I even went down to like a 4 gig card and it still wouldn't read it. So, you know, and I went to FAT32 and it's like, nope, and I was like, I don't know if I did FAT32 or what I did, but I did something, I turned it on. And I did the slow and let it do its like 15-minute format and threw some songs on and came up and started playing. I was like, all right, well, that was the trick.
Well, mine doesn't have a problem with USB sticks, but it sure has a problem with SD cards.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't really do SD
Your
cards.
radio takes SD cards. I've seen one of those.
Well, the thing is mine. I remember using SD cards exclusively for a long time.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it decided, nope, it wants some format of FAT16.
That's weird.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Anyway. Art, have you upgraded to Linux Mint 22.2?
And
Yes,
Steve, but no.
no. You are Steve. Art upgraded and can't get Zoom to it.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I upgraded and then tried it.
Jesus.
So, excuse me.
Get the
Oh.
August Windows update.
I bet there's a Ray coming.
Yeah, there is.
You're late, Ray.
I tried.
The late Ray.
His part's smaller this trip.
He doesn't have as many, and he didn't bring his son. Like,
Some's probably folding.
5.4?
It's been software upgraded to 100 megahertz.
Ray's okay.
I think. I never actually tested that. That's what the kids said.
The kid you bought it from?
My kid.
Your kid. Oh.
Same difference.
Yeah, pretty much.
I noticed Ray looked at yours. He didn't even pay any attention at all.
No, it's because I have one
Just like it.
just like it, or almost just like it.
Yep.
Mine's a 105.2, so 105.4.
So same.
It's the same one?
Mhm.
See, didn't even need to bring it.
Well,
That's the regal. What's the rig? 105.4, okay. 105.2. There's the. I knew something was off. I left the O on, the OWOM, that version. I left that one home. The nice thing about the O on is that it's got a compartment on the top. You can slide in a battery
Mhm.
and take out another field and do that. I think all of ours that we probably have here today, you have to have them plugged into the wall.
you need power.
Yeah, gotta have power to the wall. So the O on has a battery compartment on it. I think I bought that one used. No, the 105.4. It's the great scope. And this is a 200 megahertz. Two channel.
Giving me a hard time about my oscope being in a box. Look at Ray. He's got one in a box too.
Yeah,
No, I've been open.
He's got two in a box.
and 2 in boxes.
Mine's been open. Mine was open.
This one costs about as much as all the rest of them combined. And it's only 2 channel.
And it's still in the plastic though.
It's still in plastic. Okay? All the stuff for it probably still sitting in plastics.
Okay.
It's a Tektronix. 100 megahertz. 2-channel, full color.
Now that one really does kind of look like this.
What?
We were comparing features between mine and the Regal.
Regal's pretty nice. I use the Regal almost all the time. I use the 1052D. And the nice thing about the D is that you can plug in a little adapter here and it'll pick up 16 digital channels and then separate them all out. It's kind of interesting. I bought Breakout. That's the 16-bit Breakout. USB cable also. Extender, data cable extender. And there's probes. So out of all of them, the ones I really use, I use the hand tag because it's mobile. That's good. A lot of stuff I do, I don't need super fast analyzing.
Need to see what's going on.
Just need to see what's going on. Yeah. And most stuff I'm doing is 60 to 1,000 hertz at most. If I'm doing something that's 2 megahertz, it'd be rare. So that's cool. See you guys out there is running.
Mhm.
What?
And hit the one.
And what's the one you got there?
It is a
Older Tenma?
Timma.
Yeah.
2580.
Yeah, that's all. Which is more special than mine.
Yeah.
And you're just looking at square wave?
Yep.
I'm not looking at it either.
This one's never been out of plastic. And that's sad.
Well, if you want to have some more use, you can pop it in front of my car. Without any air for you.
It means it'll be on your shelf and not my shelf, right?
I got desk space opened up for it.
Oh, we'll make special space for it.
Yeah.
I
Right beside the soldering station.
How do I use these? For a while.
Well, I think this.
What are you using to make the square wave?
Figure out what's wrong with my truck.
Well, I thought you were gonna bring a something that was making PWM,
Yeah, well,
but no.
that
What is the new motor stuff? Anybody seen that? Maybe there's some kind of new electric motor. Standard, I guess. That they use for cars. They're starting to make smaller motors for like bicycles and drones.
There we
Still,
go.
like PD here, was it the pulse wave modulation controllers will still work with them, but they can like capable of 4 times
Something
more
pink.
efficiency or
Match the
something.
probe.
But I caught a clip or watched a video last night. The guy was showing them off, and they make like 3-phase sinusoidal wavefronts when you
Okay.
manually spin them. But then like the drive controller, if you have one that pairs with the motor, they do like a funky, like almost.
Are you
like-
talking to the LVC guys?
Yeah, that might be what it was. It's like a.
Yeah, it's weird, funky.
Yeah, it's a really funky, it's almost like a
It's
bottle cap, or like a baby bottle on top of the
it's almost
pulses.
like 3-phase DC, only DC doesn't really have phases.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting because the guy was showing them and they're like, they're smaller, they're lighter. They're like 4 times more efficient. But, and it said that there's some power loss if you use a PD controller, but you can, they're compatible. I think that you lose some tracking capability that you can do on the PD sellers, but. I don't know, just
There's-
curious about the full anyway.
There's another outlet down there, Ray.
No, okay. Cool. Mike, you wanna sit here for a few minutes?
Just
I don't mean to
Just-
fully take over, but hey.
just push everybody out of the way.
Just rolling out of your way.
Yeah, I had planned on doing something and then life.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm lucky I'm got OSTs and thoughts.
I'm just gonna bring my little Postworth modulator. I forgot it.
Okay, I can create waveforms on this. This is an arbitrary waveform generator.
Aha, here comes Vicente.
Hello.
Guess,
Man of the hour.
Just a minute.
oh, it's the robot, it's the robot.
Somebody went to.
Uh-oh.
You need to have some waveform examined. We got you covered.
Let's see the Raspberry Pi.
It's a Pico, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest
Vicente,
Pico I've ever seen. Do the contacts work?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's designed so you can clip alligator clips to it.
That's pretty cool.
It was cheap. It cost more to ship it than to buy it.
Of course. Shipping and everything costs more to ship it than it is to buy it back to stuff
Nice.
anymore.
and that's Steve's.
I'm sure I told you guys. I'm gonna need my glasses. Brother-in-law was in Turkey in the 60s. So they don't do
Mhm.
the alligator stuff out there. Nice.
They have crocodile clips.
Not gonna. Hey, just you have a full lap
Didn't have
here.
alligators over there.
Yeah, that auto button is wonderful.
I love it.
I don't know what to do. Just go.
Just go. I don't want to mess with it right now. Just go. Yeah. Mhm. Sorry. Didn't mean to hog it all up, but
I hit a button and everything disappeared. I'm gonna have it with my host.
I mean, you. I mean, use on yours.
I'm hitting buttons. I don't know what to do.
No, that's the same. Well, I will admit, I don't know 10,000.
Right.
oh, this is a 10% duty cycle for the PWM cycle. Or something. So, here's your sine wave.
Let's see if we can.
I think your probe needs to be adjusted.
I think so.
Did you mean to be on times 10?
No. It definitely needs to be adjusted. But that's why we got all these graphics, so no, we're back to the same thing. We want to see what the station looks like, right? Find out. Get rid of that process.
I don't know, man. I think it's probably things is bad.
Or across the screen.
Oh, that one's fine.
Please.
Please, please.
Yeah.
I like that. Didn't sound mean, did I? Oh, okay, I didn't say please.
You didn't say please, you got hospital.
It was in.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, it's similar.
That's too awesome.
And I didn't make any adjustments or anything, so it's similar.
See if I can get this. No,
I just said we need a wire
We
do.
We need something to connect.
like a penny.
those alligator clips
Yeah.
would be a lot easier probably. On the table right there.
I was trying to do something else. There was a wire tie.
Yeah.
Everybody can grab onto that.
Oh. Yeah, the Wi-Fi. Of course,
Yep.
we're all connected now. So.
So mine's showing 2.0001 kilohertz. I can find-
That was a little bit weird.
Mhm. I had Tektronix that looked a lot like that. That I convinced a company to buy. Maybe because it was completely isolated channels.
Seems to me, in that tablet, was. I said I bought one like a year ago. Because you know, the huge. I was so scared, I was wondering what to wait for.
Curious.
Well, now, sir, you can find out.
You don't have a 12-volt house.
Okay, so this will put out two different signals. We'll put out a square wave on one and a square wave on, and a ramp on two, or a sine wave on two, and a ramp on something else. So that's just funny. It is. Looks like it needs to be adjusted.
It's got some artifacts in the lower portion. Or is that just me? Yeah, I've got some keys, but there's something going on the lower portion. Something going on the lower portion.
It's hidden away from them. I don't know if it's by the one who's got sitting beside the generator. And it's-
I don't know, I'm hitting
Mine
buttons.
is a different duty cycle than what yours says it's doing, but it's close, 22% at the trigger level.
Where, how do you get the duty cycle? What button are you hitting?
I'm trying to send out that this thing hasn't been calibrated in so long.
One of these,
One of those.
yeah.
Oh,
How about I'll turn the frequency down. $400 and yours still shows a lot of decline. Sorry guys, don't. I'm all here looking at this stuff. These are the oh my bad. So sorry.
He's not. You're one of the
Um, it might be, this one shows a nice square wave, but I'm on channel 1 out of this. It's not beautiful. So for being portable, this is pretty nice. I did not bring the fluke back. They're all about it.
So now it's dead on 20%.
Let me switch you guys over to this channel 1. And
Oh, that's clean.
well, it's pretty good.
yeah, that probe needs adjusted. There's like a little bit of adjustment right
Yeah.
to adjust those.
Where-
Okay.
I've got the little screwdriver. It helps if they're plastic.
They're on a button. Just shot it.
Yeah, is this some,
I play with 24 volts mice all the time.
It'll be fun.
I just on my phone for a while, stuck with one.
So that's
9 volts.
20% duty cycle on finish your right foot. The 20% duty cycle, 100 hertz. Amplitude is 5 volt peak to peak. There's supposed to be 5 volt peak to peak. The neat thing about the arbitrary waveform generator is that I can capture a signal with this, save it to a flash drive, edit it, put it into here, and send it out repeatedly. That way, if I'm analyzing a certain signal,
the guy saying
I
anyway
can
from,
synthesize a waveform. So if there's something that I just want to keep seeing, it'll do it. Even if it's like a serial communication that is 15 milliseconds
No,
long. Just all of it, resend it. That way I can keep analyzing until I figure out what it is.
Art's having computer problems. He emailed me earlier with it. But we're here just in case anybody decides to show up.
That's curious because he did sign in about
Yeah,
30.
I know. Maybe it signed him in and then immediately kicked him out. I don't know. I really need to learn how to use this stupid thing. I'm seeing something.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's something up with my waveform generator that like the square wave.
Oh, no, that's not coming over on anything else.
No, no, this is channel 2.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
are seeing channel 1. But this was, I was able to see this on the handhelds channel 1 and seeing the same issue on channel 2. So I don't know what's causing that. But it seems like something's wrong with this. But I've had this thing for 10 years. And it's sat almost exactly the same spot the whole time.
Yeah,
That square wave looks good. This is good. Here's
I'm not reading the duty cycle though. Huh.
That's right, 100 hertz. Like 19.8.
You close to one.
That's just doing a visual measurement.
No, yeah, another place.
Yeah, I hit a button and mine started doing this. I don't know what I did. I don't know what button I hit.
Yeah, fine. Now it's given the high width at 1.980 milliseconds.
So here, I just turn
Yeah,
on
so-
measure all and yeah,
I have a measure all button, but I don't have a clear all button. I have to go through and manually remove each one I don't want to see. And that annoys me greatly.
yeah, I do the same thing to measure. I can clear, turn off peak to peak, turn off maximum, turn off
Mhm.
minimum, yeah, turn off, all these other things. So, oddly, I probably where my trigger is set at. It wasn't doing duty cycle.
BNC cap. That shows how often I've used this.
I've got the BNC to banana adapter that I had on 3 and 4 for ever. I'm really curious. This is the bag of bits I never used. It's got the little plastic screwdriver and the caps and the weird little springs so you can ground right next to the probe. It also appears to have 2 high intensity LEDs. No idea what they're from.
I have a 1X and a 10X probe that came with mine.
Oh, they're not switchable? They're probably.
Oh, yeah. It's switchable. Interesting. Why would it say 1X and 10X?
Maybe it was 1X dash 10X for 2 probes.
It says 1 and. I'm just reading what it says, man. And I've got some funky little spring deals. And some
Mhm.
different color adapter thing in the box.
That's to match up with what's on the
Yeah,
scope.
and. Taps. Or something. Or replacement.
Same as that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Only I've got just one of them.
So the little spring thing is right on the tip. And it's for measuring RF stuff, so you can do the probe and then that spring hits on a ground plane around it.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Feel like we're playing those well.
Yeah, probes have gotten so cheap. These are modular too, I think. Hmm.
It's probably the same probe set though,
Mhm.
or a very similar probe set.
Ever seen an LED like this?
Yeah,
Do not recognize that. I have no idea where that came from.
I thought
I think it looks like it's meant to be soldered onto the ground plane or something to dissipate heat.
I think they use like aluminum. Easily.
I don't think that would have come with your probe set.
Yeah.
Big
No,
tree
I-
bulb.
I have no idea where that thing came from. Maybe it was the kids. I don't know.
See if it's a tree.
Aluminum.
It's not a marble.
Aluminum. Easily.
Haha.
Interesting.
Hey Vicente,
What's
I got a present for you. I found it after you reminded me last week that I actually have that.
another basement stuff?
I found it.
And there's little Dell Y's.
Software.
Windows.
Windows
Windows.
7
15.
works with Windows 7 apparently.
Yeah.
They run.
And you can still get
Debian
download the
Windows.
software for it.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to evaluate it and see, you know, how good it is, do something.
I'm pretty impressed.
Right there.
On my network, they do RDP quick enough that unless you're playing games or something, you can't tell you're not at the computer. So as a thing that you could have one computer in your office and put those around a warehouse, turn it on, and in 15 seconds it connects to the one in the office, and there you go.
Okay. Big one.
Hmm?
Big one.
Yeah, for the Ys, 30, 40s.
The why do it up for what?
Dollar Ys, whatever.
You know what, that why would the bottom so we don't have a thing. Yeah, you can. A lot of things.
I have a.
Those,
An
I
R5.
bought them at a trade show.
Mhm.
And got a pretty fair price on them. So these are the two that I brought in today,
Mhm.
are 5 volt. I think the ones that you got are 24.
Mhm. Everything I've seen says that they have a very wide input limit, that they
Yeah.
really only need 5. I haven't tried to feed the one I've got anything lower though.
I read somewhere about those, that the ones that specifically say 5 volts, don't plug the 12 volt into it,
Yeah, okay. I think it's higher than that. I think it's 18.
whatever.
So
Don't,
weird, yeah,
don't
20, okay.
don't plug the other one into it.
Jeez.
He built an astromech. He sent me pictures. I don't know if I have pictures. He sent me pictures.
You go to the one, sorry.
I think that's obvious.
It's like build a bear. It's a robot.
Cool.
Here we go.
So Steve, have you ever needed to use more than 2 channels?
No,
3 or 4 channels?
no. I mostly use it for a voltmeter. It's, I'm serious. The first 3D print I did was for a set of active, and those are bolted to my bench, so I don't knock it off or anything.
Yeah.
And mostly it's a voltmeter. It's handy that the PWM thing gives me the percentages and stuff, because I sometimes use that. I've used the SPI decoder, that's handy. I've used the RS-232 decoder thing. I mean, it'll decode pretty much any serial string. This is upgraded to the 100 megahertz.
That's the exact same one I have.
I believe so. Yeah, so it's 50 megahertz by default, but you can do a software upgrade and make it 100
Okay,
because it's the same board inside.
okay.
But I didn't do it. My kids did. I like not tried to upgrade it at all since. Then none of the firmware updates. I'm even kind of queasy about putting it on the network. I can see where I go going. I do appreciate the sound.
Totally. Sure, Lucas gave Archie Oscar Nick builder jet tried all the RTD2 sounds, but I haven't yet to ever find them on their site.
Yeah,
You can find them. The sounds.
So did you buy and build it, or did you 3D print it?
No, I built it's
The kit.
it's a attraction or something.
Disney.
Or crap,
Okay.
Yeah, count the colors of the
There is a belt with all the parts, different color, different robots, and you choose what you want to do.
Love it.
for a small amount of field.
I bought an additional head. It's like this one.
One of the guys who told, asked him how he did that. He did the R5 red. And then there's the top pops out and puts the red,
And change, yeah.
and then he has like the vinyl plastic red thing to slap on all the blues for the body part. So he can do the
And choose
R5.
any color, red and black and white, whatever.
Well, he's
I
got
try to have them
the,
closely to the real one, you know.
the full size real one. But he spent, I think it was something like $50,000 building it.
Give up.
Yeah. But he also had business expenses, because he goes to blueprint books for the Star Wars.
There you go. You do business things, that's like all work.
Take it with him when he goes book signings. Well, I'm sure about that, yeah. vacuum. The house off. Room.
That's what you need. Roomba.
I need an R2 Roomba.
Roomba.
They say sell like 20 different models for personalities, including the robot.
Could
Yeah.
3D print a body that will fit over top of the Roomba.
I was thinking of mouse droid as a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that works.
Be fine.
I saw it like
Same
5
way.
times in the Disney parks, but this time my wife say, go, I made one.
I didn't hear what you said about it.
I said, I think it'd be neat to make the mouse droid as a vacuum cleaner. So drive around and like a Roomba.
That tank chassis that Steve gave me,
Yeah.
I was gonna turn that into a mouse droid. Then I started looking at the mouse droids. It's not a tank. I thought it was a tank.
Yeah, they're RC cars.
It's an RC car.
I'd be stable around.
I would be.
Yeah, I did a lot of digging on RC. There's a town built one of those a few years back in COVID first. Yeah. Well, actually do that one of these days. Still haven't.
Yeah,
I like a C3 if I had two to put like a Mini or Raspberry Pi originally or thought it'd be kind of fun to make the eye socket or the keyboard plug room and have it sitting on the desk with like a bed.
like where that eye pop, where he's pops the eye out, the wire,
Hanging out and the wires hanging out.
put a USB port on there.
Plug it in and then, have it look like a droid shop desktop, non-functioning. Whether like flickers or something while the computer works.
You just
I think
need,
it'd be freaking interesting.
get a large
Look
3D.
this,
Oh,
this is the Falcon Millennium
yeah,
and the robots, like chickens going around, but they use AI and the robots imitate you. Whatever you do, they try to follow you doing the same thing.
then, what's his name, tried to make one of those? Not from the, makes all kinds of robots. Yeah,
Little Wally.
No.
Oh, that's one of the Walker things.
that's one of the walkers.
Yeah, okay.
Ones.
The Walker repair droid or whatever.
O2 from the Rebel cartoon.
Yeah.
Then, what is his name? Bruton. Didn't he build one of those?
Tom. I think it's Tom Breen.
Oh,
This is the
yeah,
Everyone thought it'd be cool.
the CEO of NVIDIA
From the,
show one of those in
the,
the stage
like the big.
interacting with him.
I've still got Hero Junior. Get all the sounds that R2 makes. Stick them in the Hero Junior and then it's Hero R2 Hero. R2H2. R2HJ. I always liked the I always liked the R5s. I thought the R5s looked really cool. But R2, he was the star.
But some of the other models are in between, putting down both and all that.
I got somewhere in my stack of books, I've got a list of all the droids up until whatever it was. So
Right.
Pretty cool.
I imagine that this is a sample of your scopes.
I have probably 5 more. I got a Luke. Got the O1.
I love how it's
Couple more.
It was the Arduino Axle library to start slow, stop slow. It's too hysterical.
Oh, Archie,
And it's heavy. You try to,
my flashlight.
It's more weight than I would have thought.
yeah.
They have those at Disney.
Yeah, yeah, to build, you gotta build. the
Yeah, to
Android.
build it, or
And
you
you
can
can
buy
build
it in
mini style, or
Gigabus
you can build.
already assembled.
or-
So I
But
have a
you
reason
can't-
to go to Disney now.
There are plenty of them in eBay for $55 instead of 120 plus tax. Florida,
An
Florida tax.
SD card slot.
What's that I mean?
I had money MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? No, I'm cheap. I'm one of those people that not spend a dime and then I'll buy something really stupid.
Yeah, I'm just comparing.
That is gonna have to get group with you guys thought about the X tool. Laser welder.
Now, is that really like, again?
It's called X tool. It's a laser welder slash CNC cutter.
It looked to me like it was, paint.
You know? I watched the guy do a review of it. Yesterday, and it's from a 2-week-old video. It's still on sale. I think tomorrow was the last day.
That pad thing that you sent a video of.
Oh, this is your scale. How do you change your position?
Up and down.
That or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, here it is.
That looked really cool. I don't know what that is, but it looked really
well,
cool.
it's. Instead of the old, like, project down the
The
keyboard,
quick, easy way to do it is
Put a-
push that auto button.
somebody recommended.
Yeah, but it doesn't let me learn about how to use
On
them.
the desk,
Yeah,
so it's
That's
more
why I
responsive.
don't even play with them.
It's
very
not
But the
too
fact that he
old,
drew,
right?
then like
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes of
3 or 4
circuit
years
board
old.
and then his.
Today's the
laser
first day it's
after
ever been
all
out of the
out.
plastic.
That's-
First day it's ever been turned on.
Yeah.
I
thought
caught
that
it
was-
on. It's pretty nice.
That can't be
Yeah,
cheap.
I caught it when
I
it
like
first
the
went on sale.
channels.
It's nice.
Well,
The
used to be like
Tektronix.
A couple bucks. But all the tear.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about how I got the Tektronix?
No.
Okay, so you know how when you get interested in something like oscilloscopes, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy an oscilloscope. So
Tektronix is the nice stuff.
Tektronix is the nice stuff. And so I went to their website and looking around, like, hey, this stuff is all very cool and everything. And I signed up to get their newsletter and any sales. And also I wanted there's this big chart of like how to use their stuff and what scopes should be used, how to tune your probes and what kind of probes you should be using for stuff. I was like, okay, great. So I signed up for everything. 2 days later, I get a advertisement in the email, and I'm eating lunch out way out the road somewhere and traveling. And I'm looking like, okay, I don't want this, don't want this, don't want this. Wow, that's the one I want. 2-channel, 50 megahertz. Holy crap! And it's only like $400, which is okay. When it comes to Tektronix, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last.
That's half price of used.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about used, nothing about refurbished. It's awesome. It's great, man. Normal price, normal price, normal price, amazing price, normal price. So I called in. Hey, I'm like just now got this advertisement. I want to get this, and described to him what it was, and okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and get your credit card. Got your credit card number. Like, yeah, the total is going to be $1,600 some dollars plus shipping plus taxes. I'm like,
I
no,
just want one of them.
no, I only want one, and that's only gonna be like, it was either $250 or $400, something like that. It was incredibly low price. And the salesperson was like, no, just laughing with me, like
Somebody fat fingered.
like you're kidding, right? I was like, no, you're kidding. Like I'm an engineer, I'm on the road, I got this in my email. Like, no, that's not the right price. It's like, well, that's the price that you sent me. Like, no, we would never put it at that price. That's way below even used price. Rebuilt. The old site was like, well, you just sent out a mass email to like 100,000 people, including me, and I just happened to be the first one to call in. I argued with them for 3 days about them calling me a liar, them calling me something like I changed the advertisement, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, no, you're gonna have people, you need to talk to your marketing team, you gotta talk to whoever made this advertisement, whatever. But you sent this out to a lot of people, and that's the price that you put on your advertisement, and you got me all excited. I'm like, this is gonna be freaking amazing. And now you're telling me, pissing in my Cheerios, what you doing? And I was like, I was upset. Like, you guys really honest, oh well, we'll see what kind of a great price we can get you on a used one. I'm like, no, this doesn't say used. This doesn't say rebuilt. It doesn't say, came from a show. This is the one exactly brand new is what I wanted. And the price is amazing. And they argued.
Yes, it is.
And I was like, yes, it's amazing. They just kept arguing. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what we can do here, but I really want this. And if I don't get this, I'm gonna tell everybody how I got treated. And if I do get treated well, I'm gonna tell everybody how I got treated. And yeah, like a week later, their management called me back and like, well, we're sorry to have accused you of changing the advertisements. I said, I'm an engineer. I can do all kinds of things. I can easily change your advertisements. That's not going to do me any good because you guys can see it. So why would I try? And yeah, they ended up selling it to me for the weird price that was on the ad. They said the only thing we could do is limit you to the stock that we have on inventory because it would just be wrong to say we can't sell it to you at all. I was like, okay, so I don't want to buy 2 or 3. I just want the one. And they sold it to me. It's been in the box the whole time.
I had something like that happen with MCM. I found some cables or something, and they were 10 cents a piece. Normally like $45 cables. I called them up like almost immediately and said,
Yeah, I'll take it.
I would like 100 of those cables.
100, yeah.
And the lady said, okay. Are you sure? I said, yeah. They didn't argue with me. I just said, your website says they're 10 cents a piece. And she went and checked the website and she said, sure enough, it says 10 cents a piece. I gotta sell them to you for 10 cents, but that price is changing right after I sell them.
Yeah.
I did something that wasn't that good, but you remember my old red truck? My red truck, Clippers, a big red truck. Yeah. Well, I went to buy it. It was on board. In fact, early, and this was like right at 2003, so early internet deals and shit like that. Well, they talked up their deal. They advertised this truck, the 4-year-old truck with 60,000 miles on it, 10 grand, $9,999 from the website. And I go up there and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay. And I notice on the, the hanging sticker, $24,000, which is actually probably more closer to what it feels like. I go and I'm like, I test drive it. First off, the guy tells me I can't drive it. Well, he was like a 12-year-old. Okay, I'm in my 30s when he's like a 12-year-old. He goes, well, you can't drive it. I'm like, why? He goes, it's a stick shift. I said, I know.
That's part of the reason I like it.
It's like, I can drive
He
it.
goes, but I can't drive it. I said, you're not driving, but I am. You know, it's like, I've been driving this stick shift for 25
You're
years
gonna
now.
grind your gears, come on.
And so we get into the thing, I test drive it. It's a mess of gear, second gear's track. Don't lock in at all. I have to go from first to third gear.
What happens?
In an 8-cylinder truck that you're gonna tow with, that's not a good option.
Yeah.
Especially when first gear is so low.
Yeah.
It's a gravy gear. It's designed to get you rolling. That's it. So I'm like, I like it. I'll take it. It's supposed to be under warranty. You guys gotta fix the crank. They're like, well, I need to talk to my server. I said, fine. I said, you can do things. They said, well, we'll look. And then we started arguing about price. They go, okay, that'll be. I'm like, no, here's the ad. And I had a printout of it. I said, this is the VIN number, this is the ad. This came off your website. And they go, oh, we can't solve for that. I'm like, yeah, you can, because you're going. And I ended up, after arguing with the sales manager and everybody else, about 3 hours. I'm like,
Did they finally sell it to you?
yeah,
What they probably did was put down their price of like how much they
well,
bought.
probably. But here's the worst part. So they sold it to me for that, plus they had to put a new transmission in today, so.
Oh. Yeah, that hurt.
Because they were figuring. But yeah, so I ended up driving that truck till it had almost 300,000 miles on it.
Damn.
It's a solid truck. Never got good mileage, but it was a damn solid truck. Fucker started every day.
One of my first cars was a Gremlin.
Gremlins.
It was a 3-speed.
Pacer.
I had one of those too.
I learned it. That was, I took my driving test with my Pacer.
But I don't know if somebody had modified the transmission or what, but first gear in that Gremlin was real low.
Yeah.
So I drove most of the time and just back and
Started
started.
for a year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I owned a bunch of VW bugs, and of course
I love bugs. You just have to love bugs.
I just left it in fourth most of the time. It just drove. Yeah,
Left and fourth.
Yeah, you're so funny. They don't care.
I didn't care.
It doesn't. That car was. It didn't matter. I mean, you can normally expect. You can.
Even on a hill, you could just leave it in fourth and just hit the gas and go. It didn't care. Looks like they were only they were only 4 speeds anyway.
Yeah, the most of them were. I think the later generations got a couple 5.
Probably good.
But I think
Could have been
most
great
of them-
points.
I had one.
I'm assuming you're talking old style.
Yeah. I had one that actually had something called an auto stick in it. That literally was an automatic transmission that you shifted.
My first car I bought, I remember, was an 80 Volvo 240. So sedan, a 2-door sedan with a hand crank sunroof,
Oh, this is the.
okay? And it had a 4-speed with a push button overdrive.
Oh, cool.
So you'd be driving down the highway in 4th gear and then you'd hit the button on the top of it. There's a little button on top of
Whatever you wanna
the,
do.
and it dropped your RPM 500.
$6.
Weirdest car I ever had. Damn thing was a tank. But
Your button matched my.
it was funny. I had all my friends. I had this old 80s car. My friends, this was like 89, 90s, like right in the 90s. I think it was 91. I'm graduating. I had this, and it was like in 1980. My friends all got these new cars because I'm a broke bastard and my family didn't have money, so we got whatever crap we had. And so I bought the car. I paid cash for it. I don't have a pocket. What I got. My friends all have these brand new cars. We had a Blizzard that year. All their cars wouldn't start. That freaking Volvo did. It drove through everything.
Steve, you want 10 more of them? I don't know how to use them.
I'll show you how to use them.
10 more of what?
Did you bring more of them?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah. They're gone.
How much,
Sold though already.
how much do you want?
No, I think he's saying if you bring more.
Can I bring more? Oh, I thought I did bring more.
I think he's asking if you can bring more.
How much do you want for them?
I do believe I just got $10 each for them.
I will give you $10 for another one. I actually found a project for you.
Okay, what's your
Add
problem?
that to mine.
I'm going to dump the desktop machine that's running the SDR
Oh, yeah,
and use that, because that
Well-
has to take a whole lot less power to run than the desktop machine.
it does run kind of warm, I will give that. It's 4 cores. Runs Debian really well. I've got Debian 13 on one. But honestly, I installed Debian on it, and then I'm using X-Free 86, no, one of the remote desktop things to do remote desktop, which it did fine out of the box.
Yeah.
They've been white. It starts up and it says, what do you want to connect to? And if you do a factory wipe on it, it goes back a step further than that and asks if you want to do remote desktop or Citrix, whatever they do, or it'll directly connect to VMware Horizon as well. So they're
I'm a smart guy and I still don't understand that stuff. So
Really? That's not that complicated.
it's not my field.
That's what I do.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
remote desktop.
That's what I do.
Not the remote desktop.
Just remote desktop. The VMware Horizon is the same thing, just.
It's their version of Citrix. It's VMware version of Citrix, really.
Are you gonna be in town
I'll be
this
out,
weekend?
out tomorrow. I'll be in town Saturday, Sunday.
I may be able to. stop
New
by.
Mexico on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be in Detroit on Thursday. I'll be, then I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks.
I may be able to stop by Saturday. You know,
Okay,
I'll
this
pick
weekend.
one up.
Okay.
And if,
I've
if
got keyboard, monitor, mouse and stuff just to plug it and make sure it works.
well, if I can't get there, I'll get one later.
Okay. I promise not to put them all in the garbage.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, you're gonna do that, you mean, I'll buy that long bit. I can find, I know what you do for mine.
Well,
I
I've
need
got,
it for my lab.
like I said, I've got 10 of them. And I've got, of those, just like that.
Yeah.
If you guys want them, I'll bring them here as soon as I can. Someday I'm going, that or I'll just give them all to Leroy and he can bring
From
them.
your,
If I'm not here,
Like,
pick me up to them, I'll hold up. I don't do it. Not always here, so.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what,
I'm not here that often either.
So, now I go, because I just built a new lab at the office and I don't know. And those would be very useful. Well,
the one that I
the
got,
difference I have is, I don't wanna pay the $1,500 drop over for
yeah,
it.
These came from Maryland University. I don't know where, why, how, whatever.
I'm still mad, one of the coolest things that I saw in the thing, I don't remember the company made. There was one that was loaded. I saw a couple years back. That didn't have a standard firmware on it. Like the wise ones do.
Mhm.
This one strictly booted into. It was running on a Linux core.
Mhm.
And it simply came up with. Where you want to connect it.
Yeah.
Then you can put like 6 things, and you could go in and customize and those are.
These do that
Is that
too.
what they're doing now?
Yeah.
that's what these do.
Yeah,
They,
that's-
the ones that we got last time had a password. It's easy enough to get around the password.
you can get around that. That's not the hard part.
They're running Wise OS, I think.
Yeah.
But again, you can wipe them and put Debian on them or whatever. Yeah, anything.
Wise
It's-
OS is fine with what I'm gonna be using it for, so I'm just gonna use them as already. Fine.
They actually boot faster than I thought they would, like 12 seconds. I was impressed.
So most of the ones we use run in 10 minutes.
So I remember you telling me about like this little black box running. I don't remember if it was a Raspberry Pi or what it was, but you were kind of impressed with like all the different connectors and USB and yeah, just take one of these out and I've installed Debian on it or whatever. And I was like, these little thin clients, that's got Steve's name written all over these things. Like, he'll know how to, that's why I wanted to give them out to you last time. I felt like I didn't know if one of them would work or both of them would
Yeah.
work, but yours worked and yours worked.
There's not much that can break.
Well,
The
The USB connector, and I've got two of them that's got damaged USB connectors on,
Yeah,
but
well, they were
Speak-
around students.
yeah.
Speaking of USB connector, it wasn't broken.
It wasn't. Okay.
The little blue slotty thing that keeps you from plugging it in wrong
Yeah.
was broke off. And it was upside down. I just pulled the blue thing out, put it back where it belonged, and the USB port
Yeah.
works fine.
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
one
everybody
that
soldered that one, but
I've got one that's got tape over it and it says USB. I peel the tape off of it. I was like, yeah, that's broke. I mean, it's all jammed and everything that's on it.
yeah,
Oh, that's
well,
crazy.
that one's probably broke. The one I got really wasn't broke. It was broke, but it really wasn't broke.
cosmetic.
It was
But,
cosmetic, yeah.
Even if you take those apart, the USB connector is not that complicated. You can unsolder and put on new.
I put Sparky Linux LXQT
Mhm.
on mine. Minimum RAM for that distro was 256 meg
Okay,
and 10 gigs of storage, and I think it ended up taking 8 to actually install
yeah.
it.
I think
No,
mine was
it
under
was
that.
it was 5. It was
Okay,
5.5. It was pretty small. I was like, okay, this will work perfect for what I want to do.
yeah. So I did minimal Debian 13 and installed the graphical desktop and then everything I needed for RDP. And once you get a graphical desktop, you've already got X11 and one or two other packages. And it came out using 3.5 gigs, I think.
Yeah, mine, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down, so it might have been closer to 4.5, something like that. But it was perfect for what I wanted to do, and it was based on Debian, which means all the packages I've already got should work just fine for what I want to do.
So my focus, the things that I work on, it's gonna be like small form factor PC. Windows 10. I know you don't. But for the things that I
It's
work
okay
with,
to
I
be-
have to have.
It's okay to be.
For the things that I work with, I have to. And the customers
You
I work
don't,
with,
but yeah.
the customers I work with, I have to have Windows.
I can actually say I have to work on Windows. I don't have an option. Automation
I'm
does
sorry.
not work on Linux.
What?
Rockwell,
Oh, okay.
Rockwell, Siemens, Wonderware, none of them.
Siemens does.
They're starting to. But Siemens is not used over in the US very often.
Okay. But
So I
It's
have
less
to run,
familiar, but.
I have to run with them. I have to run with them. But yeah, I've been messing with Proxmox lately.
mhm.
And I've got some new monitoring running in the lab, which I've been playing with, trying to get well, quick and dirty network monitoring. Just so it'll at least give me some warning.
Yeah,
All my equipment in the lab, my lab's just one or two. And it's really hot. It's 8.5 years old. It's gonna start dying.
Yeah, another 8 years.
It depends. I have a stack of hard drives waiting to die when they die.
mhm.
I got 3 spare hard drives sitting around. But if I lose one of my hosts, I'm screwed.
Oh,
So the reason I need this power supply is basically the same thing. My stuff's getting old. All of my drives have been spinning a long time, and I have never had a drive die when I didn't have a spare ready to put in. And I've had everything on RAID
Right,
forever.
right.
I mean, Linux software RAID. Oh, I've got to change the motherboard. Fine, it still works. I love software RAID. Anyway, so I haven't lost a drive in forever, but I've got to do some offsite backup now, and what I've got, I'm terrified is gonna drive or die. I was looking on AliExpress and they're selling a new motherboard with a Xeon 16 core chip or something, I forget what. And ECC memory for $42. $47 delivered to my
Really?
yeah.
No,
I'm like, what the hell?
All times,
I'll waste that. No, this was a week ago.
I mean, a week,
Yeah,
but now it's different.
it's still there. It's still listed.
Yeah, I saw, but supposedly, now you have to pay for $200 for.
I don't know. I'm debating whether or not to just
Buy a
order
couple.
another one.
Buy a couple.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
47 bucks.
Just,
So that's what all Trump has managed to do for me. I've been buying something every week from AliExpress just to see when it's going to change prices.
to test the system.
Yeah, and so far I haven't seen any impact.
Change.
I bought some OLED screens
Mhm.
here recently. And I mean, honestly, the OLEDs were still cheap, but the tariffs were like $3. And I'm like, you look at the prices of them already in the States,
Mhm.
and I'm still saving money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't
They
want
don't
to pay
actually
$3
want. Their game is the cost of your product, the cost of tariffs still needs to be lower than the American cost.
Yep.
Plus shipping. Because it's a twisted mind game that they know we can't actually manufacture that stuff in the United States near that price.
That's true. And
Not for years to come.
it was free shipping even. It was still, it's like it was
Yeah.
$20 cheaper.
Well, the shipping thing is because of an old US mail agreement from a long time ago. And so that one that one I'd rather that they did away with and got rid of the tariffs as well. I'd rather see reasonable shipping costs and no tariffs.
Yeah, M5, there's, the stuff is a little bit more expensive to start with. But they've started charging shipping for every item. You don't get combined shipping anymore, and then it turns out like a $55 item is going to end up all total going to cost you about $100, which is at least $40 too much.
Yeah.
But you can't get stuff in the States, so if you want it, you're kind of stuck with it. I haven't wanted it bad enough to buy it.
I feel like this, Steve. I'm trying to figure out, and like I said, my laptop is too, and trying to convince the company to give you some money.
Mhm.
They don't want to spend money. I now have, it depends, I'm running $4 million projects on my lab right now,
Nice.
but they don't want to give me the money to upgrade my lab. But they said, I literally got the message the other day, well, we really don't want to do anything right now, so you need to make it limp along for the next 18 months.
That's what it's doing now.
I'm like,
I'm limping now.
and when it fails, what do I do? Not if, when. I already lost one host the other day and I didn't know what the fuck happened. It went like completely stupid. Like the whole networking stack went by. All the networking went bye-bye. I have no idea how to reload the whole thing. Plus side is, I'm saying, not a big deal. I'm like,
I had one project that I wrote a presentation for, and it was after I had asked for money to rebuild a server. It was $4,000,
that's not bad.
and they said no.
How's this? I'm asking for 25.
This was from Penguin Computing, the first time around for Penguin Computing. And we had just signed a contract, I think, with Cincinnati Bell for $14 million a year.
Okay.
And I go in, I'm like, so just this one project, you're making $50,000 an hour on.
Right.
I'm asking for $4,000
I'm
to
asking for
make
a-
sure that this keeps running.
I'm asking for a half percentage of this project.
Yeah.
They said no.
0.0001%.
No. After that, they were like, okay, I guess you're right. If it is costing us 50K, or if it's worth 50K an hour, and we're down for an hour, that's lost income.
Yeah.
And
With that $4,000 you want, right?
Yep, yeah, I got more than I asked for
Probably asked for a lot more.
because, well, that was the first HA cluster I built. Out of Sun equipment.
All right. You'll, like this,
Push the
yeah.
power button, see how important it is.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about doing the upgrade, I need to, I need to talk to everybody, do this upgrade, but all this different, like. My corporate IT decided to get involved, my company got bought about 2 years ago. And the lab was all done, we had a 200-person company, and I did all the lab myself, and. I finagled money from projects to buy stuff. Right, if I did a really good project, I made some money, I'd buy a piece of hardware from them out of the project and it'd be fine.
Mhm.
Well, we can't do that anymore. So they decided that everything's going to the cloud.
Yeah. There is
I'm
no
like-
cloud.
Well, they decided that everything's going to the cloud, and I'm going. So they're like, well, how much is it gonna cost? I said, ballpark, $18,000 a month. And they go, what? I'm like, I'm running 120 VMs right now, 24 hours a day. You tell me how much compute power I need. And they're like, but I'm like, I'm asking for $200,000, with 200 grand to keep it running, to keep running another 8 years. That makes up for that 18 grand a month in a year. But they ended up, the company came back, IT got a hold of it. Initial interviews with you guys, they're like, well, who does this and who does that? And because it's just my private lab, I have my own subnet on the at the network, at the network level. And they're going. So they start asking me the CIO and CTO are talking to me. So I end up with them on the phone with these guys. And they're like, all right, well, what are you guys trying to do? What's a normal use case? I said, so I put together a 20 page, these are my 12 normal use cases for my lab, all this stuff. And then they go, well, it's small, right? You're only running a couple of VMs. I'm like, I'm running 120 current. And they're going, what? I said, well, they're development. We got people doing different things on different things. They're developed, but I've got 120 actively running right now. And then the question became, who manages it? Who updates it? Who does this? I do. Then the next statement, aren't you a department manager? Yeah, actually, I'm a senior department manager, but, so I run a crew of people and I manage this lab.
Nice.
Then I get on, now they're calling me about stuff, which is cracking me up. Because they're like pushing out VDIs now, they want to push out VDIs for the company. And I'm like, they're like, well, we need you to test it. I'm like, you want me to break? They're like, yes. I said, okay.
Yay.
I can do that. They just don't understand the automation thing. That whole level of OT they don't get.
I do not understand. Like Siemens right now is moving everything to the cloud.
Yep.
Like we have facilities in 90 countries. We are the cloud.
You have your own cloud.
There is no cloud. It's just somebody else's
Data
computer.
That's the confused thing. They don't understand that. It's
Yeah.
like, they think it's in the cloud, so it's somewhere else. What my company's trying to do is offload some of the resource burden.
Mhm.
And that's all they're doing. They're accepting a operational cost instead of a capital cost.
Hmm.
That's really all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to, just like how everybody's done Microsoft
You're trying to
365,
find
right?
it, too?
There it is.
I heard you reading that too on something.
The camera.
There's a camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, they do the,
The new sign on the wall saying most that you.
You're being recorded.
I'm conscious about not swearing while I'm here because we're being recorded.
We are being recorded.
Yeah.
Apparently
Recorded
twice.
Hey, before we run out of time, I would like us to have a discussion on, staying with automation, staying with, electronics or whatever. And what would be our next project
So-
or sharing item?
So you don't read the emails, do you?
I don't know.
I proposed that since it's Halloweenish season, that we start working on a Halloweenish type project. We are going to be in person next week. And then we'll have the rest of September and part of October
To design our favorite Halloween pop-up something.
if you want to do an individual project or if you want to do a group project, I don't care. That's what we probably need to decide, and we've got 10 minutes to do it. But that was my proposal, is maybe we work on Halloweenish type projects. It'll give us a month and a half to do it.
Actually build something.
Yeah, to actually accomplish something. Throwing that out there. Cause I'm with you, we need to start doing more stuff. Not just sit around gabbing our faces off.
Well, it's more interesting. It's like, hey, we brought, we had how many oscilloscopes here? That is definitely technology and automation and actually,
And I even found an oscilloscope that I had completely forgot I had.
are you wanting to stay? Well, I would probably say no, don't stay on the same controllers that we've been using before. We don't have to. We don't have to all use the same controllers.
See if I don't particularly care. Yeah, I don't particularly care what controller. Especially if we go individually, then it should just be your choice. But if we do in a big project, again, I don't particularly care because I'm familiar with most of them. Familiar enough to get around them.
So anything
The
goes, huh?
The question would be, is if we do a big group project, what would it be and where would we display it at and who would benefit other than us playing around?
So I don't know if you guys knew, I taught CAD at my university many years ago. And I gave out like 20 different projects. And said, hey, before the end of the semester, pick one of these projects and I want you to build it. And
Yeah.
it uses a controller and do all this and that. I ended up doing half of those projects myself just to prove to everybody this can be done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this whole project can be done one semester. Yeah. And I did 10 of them nicely in one semester. So,
Well, I mean, back in the day, back before COVID and all that, I used to do a Halloween project every year. I'd have a little pumpkin or something I would do and sit it out there on the stoop. Yeah, goofy crap. And I know Mr. Vicente loves Halloween. He does some big pumpkin displays.
Well, if I could make a comment, because my skill sets lie in different areas. I learn from you guys, but I can't really contribute to the large projects. And I'm more of a burden of it.
what you talking about? You can't contribute to. These don't have to be big projects. They can be something small.
Your skill set, you are very, very good with woodworking. So any large project that might actually need a display.
I, I can contribute the skills that I have. But if you have a project that involves skills I don't have,
Well, see, that's,
if I could just set aside for a second. When I was in the Army, they ground my gas mask lenses 90 degrees off. So it was 6 diopters and a significant shift. I couldn't see. So when you're doing a gas mask training situation, 2 miles up through this path, we were the last group to go through, and the gas that had been thrown at the beginning filled the entire rally. So I've got to hold the guy's webbing because I can't see a damn thing. I don't know where I'm going. And if it had been a real life situation, he would have been better to let me
Let you die.
broke
Yeah.
on the battlefield. I'm situated in a similar phase here. I'm going to grab a hold of somebody's webbing and tag on.
Okay.
So whatever projects you come up with, I'll contribute what I can, but don't expect me to have a level of expertise.
You guys are welcome to do a design, whatever. Think of like, can I laser engrave something, laser cut something? And you're welcome to come up to something in lasers. So I think that's open all the time, all year round for you guys. But yeah, if you want, you can use a laser, that stuff. But Sente, you have your own laser, don't you?
Huh?
You have your own laser machine, right?
No,
No?